Jason Abraham, the shadow teacher. And I got this DM saying, Jason, I am awakening. My heart is opening up to higher truths, higher wisdom, but there's nobody I can connect with. My friends, my family, they all think I'm crazy, and they're all stuck in this very limited perception of what they believe life to be. And I want so badly to shake them and wake them up, but they won't listen. So, yeah, when you start to wake up to your higher potential, when you start to get these insights that start to resonate with you in your heart space that are different than anything the worldly systems have taught you to believe is true, it's going to be a lonely path initially. You get this and you start to talk about it, and people most likely are going to either look at you like you're crazy or they're going to laugh at you. Very rarely are you going to have these first-hand relationships in person with people who you can openly talk about this. Not yet. Again, the Great Awakening is happening on this planet, and these conversations are getting more prolific, as you can see on platforms like YouTube. But we're still not to the point to where the understanding of higher wisdom and spiritual truths are just a profound thing people accept. Issues of telepathy, remote viewing, and again, these are just practices, ETs, whatever. And sometimes the tendency is to get into the mindset of saying, people are just fucking stupid, and I am better than they are because I'm understanding these things and they are not. They are beneath me. And this is a very dangerous place to go. It's a place I've gone personally, but it actually leads you back into this reptilian consciousness. This is actually what the reptilian overlords who control the power structures of this planet, they want you to go there. They want you to go into this belief because this is what leads to hierarchies. This thought process is the gateway to the dark side of the force, if you will. This thought process is actually encouraged in all of our economic systems. And again, I live in a capitalist country, and it's 100% governed from the ideology that if someone is willing to buy what I'm selling, then it's okay for me to profit off of that, even if what I'm selling is actually harmful to that person. This can be a very predatory mentality. And again, this is a very reptilian mentality of thinking that it's okay to take advantage of someone, believing, they're stupid enough to buy this, or they are less than me, so I'm entitled to profit off of them. And again, this is where the mentality of any kind of superiority can get you deeper down this path. And the danger of this is when you feel this type of separation, then you're starting to separate from that higher wisdom that was connecting with you. When you start to feel that you are above other creations and you're doing you're not just co-creating, but you're actually wiser and you are innately better, then this eventually will cut you off from source. It's happened to me again, and it's very easy to go there just because you do feel lonely and you feel these insights coming to you that are just waking you up. And when you see other people not getting them, you don't connect with them, and we miss out on that human connection because we can't connect on these higher things that we're feeling. So I think it's always important to recognize that. Again, I've been in and out of this experience to where I have lost my connection to source and fallen into a more dense mentality a more reptilian mentality. And thankfully, Source is always, or I've always come back to, it's always there for us, but we have to wake up. It's always going to give us these cues, and we just have to say yes. And I have a basic respect now for all beings, all types of life, even if they are having somewhat of an antagonistic consciousness to what I'm expressing and what I'm valuing. Doesn't mean I fold, doesn't mean I'm going to completely comply with what they're doing, but this is the challenge again of learning to find your center, finding your truth and be centered in it, and then allow other forms of expression to exist around you and still stand your ground. When we start to get into dominating others or wiping out their perspective, then we start to become like the reptilians, because that is what they do. They operate this way because they fear losing control. And we never need to fear that, because control is an illusion. We're always in flux. We're always co-creating. We are always dancing with the energy of Source. And the more we can connect with that and remind ourselves of that truth, then the more it's going to reveal to us. So I'm going to stop here, but I hope this helps. I hope this answers your question. I hope, again, when I answer a question, it's not the answer. When we're digging into these questions, the truth is always an unfolding, alive process, but I hope this may give you some new things to chew on. Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher, wishing you peace.